And then this is a quick walk around video. This is for an absolutely stunning looking car. This is the Honda Civic 1.6 SR Tourer, or Estate in anyone else's language. 65 plate, finished in this beautiful metallic blue, which Honda rather naffily calls sporty blue, with a black leather interior. The car is in exquisite condition. It's absolutely stunning. Front of the car there, completely clear, lights, lenses, and it's got that new style front end which looks so dynamic on the car. Front bumper, I can't see an obvious mark there anywhere. Likewise, bonnet of the car is absolutely blemish free in terms of any stone chipping. It's been given a very gentle life, this car, in terms of the ownership. They've looked after it wonderfully well. Front wing, absolutely as clean as a whistle. Worth pointing out, Goodyear tyres on the front, and I think it was Michelin's on the back, so a really good set of very high quality tyres on the car. Panel works absolutely beautiful, dent free, mark free, really is in beautiful condition. I love this angle on the cars. I think it's just a really handsome looking estate car. Not all estates work quite that well, and this one, as I say, has been kept beautifully. And this colour is a premium colour on the car. You didn't pay any more for it when it was new, but you're wise if you did, because they retain their value far better than the lesser colours on the car. Offside of the vehicle, again, absolutely clean as a whistle. Panel works straight, crisp, without any obvious marks that I can see. There will be something somewhere, of course, I always caution people with that. So you get a microscope out, the car's done 60,000 miles, so it must have picked up the odd mark on the car, but you'd have to look very, very hard to find anything on this one. And then final wheel, it's just beautiful. So externally, one of the very, very nicest you'll see in the marketplace. Coming into the boot area, really clean, absolutely massive of course, and you can drop the seats down, usual 60/40 fold, but beautifully finished as you expect from Honda. They build these things absolutely brilliantly. Coming to the back of the car, the interior, as with the exterior, has been kept just beautifully. Leather work in the back here looks virtually factory fresh. It's as if no one's ever sat on them. It's amazingly original. Interior carpets with the overmats, which are obviously original Honda ones, and loads of legroom as well. Front passenger door card, again, as with all the others, in beautiful condition. Footwell area is as clean as a whistle. As with the rear seats, this front passenger one hardly looks like it's been ever sat in at all. Coming to the front now, driver's door card, again, beautiful condition. Footwell areas again on the driver's side in really lovely condition. The driver's seat itself, the one you'd expect to see the wear on, shows virtually nothing at all. It's absolutely stunning condition, that seat. Just to quickly show you, owner's manual pack and lock and wheel nut key are both here and present with the car. So sat inside the car now with the engine running, the dashboard illuminated for you. Dashboard just looks brand new. Sat nav, you can see they're working absolutely perfectly. It hasn't got those funny lines going across it. That's the video that makes it look like that. Pop it into reverse, you get that lovely clear gridded parking camera, all working exactly as it should. In fact, every control in the car works exactly as intended. Come back here and you can see the view of the finest dashboard in its class. It is absolutely stunning. No warning lights on, only low fuel light currently showing on the vehicle. And if I'll pan in there for you, hopefully you can see 66,985 miles currently recorded on the car. But as is often the case, the video is not going to do justice to this car. So finally, just come under the engine bay, which, as you'd expect from Honda, they're presented really beautifully. Brilliant engines, cam chain driven, no cam belts on them at all, so no major service, and all the regular maintenance points are very easily accessible without removing stupid plastic panels. Right then, this is a quick road test video, and this is for a Honda Civic 1.6 SR Tourer. This particular car is registered AU65XDZ. Mileage at the start of the road test is 66,985 miles. The reason for doing the road tests, as I say in all of them, is very simple. It's basically so customers actually get to see the car we're advertising actually in operation. We know that many of our customers travel from far afield, including Europe and the whole of the UK. But we also know just how frustrating it is to see a car advertised online or in an advert, only to get there to find out when you do get there that the vehicle has a fundamental problem, which you should have been told about before setting off. The point of the video is, say, to be critical. So if there's something obvious there, then we'll sort of feed that back to you. Road test, by the way, is also done on these very quiet country roads, very, very close to our premises. So hopefully be representative of what you feel yourself if offered a test drive on the car. Car itself has been very, very well maintained, and you know, it's immediately obvious it drives absolutely beautifully. They do generally. These are fantastic cars, they really are. Engine starts absolutely instantly, of course, settles to an absolutely even and smooth idle, and there are no warning lights on the dashboard at all relating to the engine or any other part of the car, other than the low fuel light, which we'll attend to by putting fuel in the car, quite obviously. But the engines are just brilliant, brilliant units. I've got exactly the same engine in my car currently. I average, even doing short trips along the roads over here, which isn't the best for economy, but we're averaging over 63 to the gallon out of ours, with 70 being achievable on longer runs. And it is achievable. It's not one of these pie in the sky figures that you never ever get. Obviously driving style will dictate a lot of that, but if you use the torque of the engine, change up when it prompts you to, because you can be up in sort of 6th gear at 50 miles an hour and the engine won't fluff or fluster at all, and that's the best way to drive it, just to use the torque to get you to go. If you drive it as a petrol, you'll only get 50 to the gallon. But amazing engines, and reliability wise, you know, they're without equal in the marketplace. Engine then feeds through clutch and into gearbox. Clutch is absolutely perfect on the car. It's light, smooth in operation, and bite point is exactly where it should be. Gearbox, as I've said many a time, is just joyful to use, because it's a gearbox that's had a lot of effort put into the way it feels when you operate it. So it's got a kind of a meaty quality to it. You feel almost like you can feel the gears engaging, which is slightly artificial in the sense, because you're not, because it's a cable that's operating the gear linkage on these modern cars. But as opposed to so many nasty, vague, light, lifeless gear changes, these are a breath of fresh air, and I can feel absolutely no wear in it at all. It's exactly as it should be, but they're incredibly tough and durable. Steering on the car is brilliant, absolutely brilliant. It's the perfect weighting for a car. It feels nice and secure on the road, incredibly accurate, very, very precise, and again, can feel zero wear in it at all. It tracks absolutely bullet straight. There are no vibrations at all coming back to the steering wheel at this speed or any speed up to the legal limit. Chassis complements the steering brilliantly, because it's very quick to respond. I'm currently in comfort mode, because on the rear shock absorbers you've got 3 different settings. You've got comfort, normal and sport, I think, or dynamic, I think they call it. And there's a little button down here to press, so if I'm now in dynamic, it stiffens it up, and you do feel a difference. So if you've got a lot of weight in the back of the car, it's quite handy for that. And then you go to normal and down to comfort. I can't feel much between normal and comfort, if I'm brutally honest with you, but I'm sure someone can. The chassis, by the way, exhibits no nasty noises, no clonks, thunks, rattles from underneath at all exactly as it should be. Worth pointing out, the car's literally, after this test drive is finished, is going down to a local MOT test station to have a fully independent MOT placed upon it prior to sale. So they'll obviously pick up on anything, should there be anything there to pick up on. But the chassis is lovely, because it's got that lovely combination of being very dynamic. Sorry, just trying to turn my phone around. Very dynamic, but also very, very comfortable indeed. And they've struck a brilliant compromise with it. Brakes on the car, that's why I just get my phone. I want to go slowly forward. They've got a really solid brake pedal on the vehicle. There's no pulsing or vibrations coming back through the brake pedal.
and when you hit the brakes it pulls the car down nice and straight and true. I did do a harder brake earlier to test it, but I've got someone behind me so I can't really do it right now. Look around inside the car, you know, I might as well be sat in a new car. It just feels absolutely stunning in here. I love the interiors of these Civics, and I know not everybody does because it's personal choice, and I absolutely respect that, but I just think it's one of the most interesting place to sit and operate a car without compromising on practicality and the usefulness of what the dash is actually trying to do. So down the middle here, got this lovely big, very easy to use sat-nav system, which is far better for you know, setting up your hands-free telephone and that kind of stuff than the previous generations were. Dual zone climate control system with different temperatures side to side if you so wish, and heated seats. Air conditioning, by the way, pumping out absolutely ice cold air. Then in front, my favourite part, this two-tier design. All the high-up display is the stuff that you want to look at on a more regular basis. So you've got things like your information display for the car's trip meters. Also, when you do the radio, it displays up there as well. When you use the climate control, it puts the information that's displayed down there up onto the screen, so you're not having to look down at the road, into the car, taking your eyes off the road. My favourite part, of course, I always say it, is this digital speedo directly in front. It's just genius. It really is. It basically means that I'm looking at the road ahead, but I can also see at my corner of my eye, my speed is clear as day, so I'm not taking my eyes off the road for even a second. But it actually just looks fantastic, and at night when it's illuminated it is just stunning, absolutely stunning. Down below that we've got your more conventional pod, 3 dials, big rev counter in the middle, flanked by the temperature and fuel gauges. Temperature gauge, by the way, is running as a third, which is exactly where it should be on a Honda car. Steering wheel looks and feels absolutely as new in hand. Lovely kind of thick rim design, very sporty in feel. Multifunction, of course, with all the sort of cruise control there, which all works perfectly. Radio and information display and hands-free stuff and voice activation further down there. Everything in the car works exactly as it's meant to do, as I said. As I said at the start of the video, the point of them is literally, as brief as it is, just to show you the car in operation, but to feed back any issues. There's nothing at all. It drives absolutely beautifully. My years working for the Honda dealership means that, you know, generally speaking, if I get in a car and there's something wrong with it, you can feel it straight away. I'd know about it, so I haven't got that excuse to say I didn't know. But no, this car drives wonderfully well. As always, though, any questions, don't hesitate, please do give us a call, and we'll happily answer anything you need to know.